So to start our look, we are prepping the eyelids with a concealer. This ensures that the eyeshadow stays on throughout your whole night. Today we're doing a 80s retro colorful look. I'm blending this out in like circular motions with a fluffy short brush.
This also covers the veins in the eyes to make sure there's no discoloration.
Now we're taking this pink shade. We're gonna put it in the crease. The crease is where the natural fold of the eye is. And we're gonna start by tapping the pigment into the skin. Just make sure that the pigment gets on before you blend it. I also do the eyes before the foundation in case there's any fallout so we don't wreck the foundation and base layer. Now that we have the pigment all laid, we're gonna go in with a clean brush and blend out the edges. And when you're doing this, you can create the little wing effect on the outside of the eye. So now we're adding a blue shade to the outside corner of the eye. Just patting it on like we did for the pink. Now that we have the blue on, I'm taking a clean brush again and just blending that into the crease, which is again the fold of the natural eye. And that will create some depth to create the more almond shape of the eye that everybody wants. Okay, now we're gonna cut the crease. By doing that, I put a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand and I go in with a flat concealer brush. You apply a little to the brush and you apply it close to the lash line. And then you get your client to roll their eyes. Harder. Like look up as high as you can, yeah. And then when they close it, that line that's created with the concealer is the natural line of their eye, so that when you do cut the crease, it looks more natural. And I just went ahead and blended it out with slow patting movements across the eyelid. And then to blend the color in towards the concealer, I just put small dragging movements from the shadow all the way to the concealer. Now I'm taking this Stila glitter. It's got a little applicator on it. And I'm going to be putting it on the concealer that we just cut the crease with. Now that we have the glitter on, it looks like that. And I'm gonna take a wet tissue to clean up the edge so it's a sharp wing. I'm just following the natural line of the eye when I go through with this. And cover any staining or powder fallout with foundation. Going in with these Dodo lashes in style D105. Use hannahnicole.mua for dollars off your purchase. And we're applying these with a duo black eyelash glue. When applying the eyelash glue, you want to put a thin band of glue onto the lash. And then you want to get your client to close their eyes and apply it as close to the skin that's close to the eyelashes as you can. And when you apply it, you want the eyelash glue to be tacky, which means that it is sticky, but it's not wet. This is the look with the eyelash on. So I finished the other eye off camera, and we're gonna go in with this Glossier Bounce Serum to prime her face. We use primer, so it helps keep the foundation on all day long, and it doesn't separate on your face when you get oily or sweaty throughout the day. And I'm just rubbing this in with clean washed hands. And then letting that set in for a few minutes into the face so it mattifies and can lock the foundation in. And now I'm taking a liquid foundation and dotting it on her face. I don't have her color, so she's going to look very orange. But if you do get shade matched in a store, it won't look like this. You want to match your foundation color to the line of your jaw. This is where your natural skin color is. And if you match it to your face, you will usually look too dark for the rest of your body. And if you match it to your plain neck, then you'll probably look too light for the rest of your body. So now that that's dotted all over the face, I'm going to go in with a small flat-headed buffing brush and blend in circular motions into the face. Now I'm taking a concealer. When you're doing your concealer, you want to do 1 to 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone. And if you're using a liquid contour, you want to use a shade 1 to 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So applying that, and I'm going to again buff it out with this brush. And sometimes if your foundation color is too dark, you can even it out with concealer. Then after the concealer is placed, we are going to go in with a setting powder. I apply this with a huge fluffy brush, and you just tap it under the eyes, in your T-zone, which is your forehead, your nose, and your chin. And this will ensure that none of the liquid products will cake or crease. And while that is setting, I'm going to take my Too Faced bronzer on an angled contour brush and go right under where her cheekbone is. Oh, it's not focused. This will add definition to her cheekbones and make her face look more slim and more oval. I also add it right under the jawline. It's not focusing. And to the outer corners of the temple. And now that the contour is on, I'm going to take a light pink or coral blush. It goes best with your skin tone. I'm just going to apply it between the setting powder and the contour. You don't want to overdo it with the blush, or else that's when you start to look cakey and your makeup will look less natural. Once you start seeing the blush, you are done. This is our finished look for our retro 80s glam.